Maintenance acts cute. Oh. Okay. Good day, good people. Another fine day in the year of the Resolve Tooling. Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, Noma Cars. Today is Thursday in the year of the Resolve, but most importantly, it is OC Free for All action. The magical time of the year when both OCs from singles action, OCs from tag team action meet up in one big match. And that match could be for, as I zoom in because we are definitely zoomed out a smidgen too much, could be for the OC Championship, the OC Tag Team Championships. Anything goes, and we're about to find out just what goes in the Hunger Games. We have all these competitors, all these teams, and I guess let's just run through everybody. We have everyone from OC Action, everyone from Tag Team Action all here. Remember, the highest placed singles competitor who's not on the bracket gets into that bracket. The highest placed tag team not on the bracket gets into the bracket, heads to the finales, which will be next week, I believe. Next week we'll start finale action, I suppose. So get excited for it, get ready for it, and let's introduce everybody who's here. And remember, it could be for any of the championships. We gotta spin those wheels as your Agent of Chaos, Jacob Baker, and your Agents of Chaos turn champions, turn back into Agents of Chaos, Big Time Plush. There's been a fun exchange between Big Time Plush and Chop Artist this season, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Right now, let's talk about everybody who's here. We have in District 1, Golden and Amber Robinson. District 2 sees Agus and Caslia. District 3 sees DJ and Daruma. District 4 sees Poison and Hazel. 5 sees Linus and Kiyoshi. Takuto and Maintenance in District 6. District 7 sees Tigra and Sylvanos. District 8 sees Aaliyah and Pinto. 9 sees Nathan and Mizuki. 10 sees Panth and JFJ. Rose and Marco in District 11. District 12 sees Jacob Baker, our Agent of Chaos, with Johnny Burke. District 13 sees Heather Sutherland and Murasaki. 14 sees Yumiko and Squid. 15 sees Kyra and Jags Fan. In District 16 sees our champions, Momo and Tsubasa, co-champions, I should say. As we head over to lead the congregation, we have Ringo and Kara. Leading the congregation, totally normal, thank you. Hihi Dotori sees David and Cherry. Musical Fight sees Margaret and Jason. Dance of the Flame sees Kiku and Yazid. Abracadabra sees Hiriko and Abigail. Break a Leg sees Pearl and Skyline 8. Hellsing and Michi for the Monster Mash. Pyrotechnics have Pi and Arrow. Arts and Crafts has Akira and Hana. Sherlock and Watson has Izzy and Midori. Justice for Dolls has Kitamura and Ray. Rock-On has Linfu Romaz. Sherwood Forest has Legault and Tsuchiki. Middle Mist has Sora and Iris. Designer Jerseys, Shimako and Midori. Learn to Fly has Armin and Felix. The top artists are tag team champions in Rion and Evelyn. And Big Time Plush may be looking to rain chaos tonight with Rona and Melody. We have a show to get on the road, and that show will get on the road. Speaking of OCs, OC Revolution submissions are open. They opened up just this past Sunday at AW Rebellion. OC Revolution will be in November, not late November though, because that'll be gone for a whole week in Spain then. I'll talk to Dirk Madison. I believe it's going to be the second Saturday. I'll have to confirm that with him. That's further down the line. But your submissions close October 31st, so get those in. Ready, steady. It's going to be a fantastic time. Every OC Revolution has been a good time, and who knows? Maybe we're close to the Rumble. You might see your OCs earn a spot in the Fight Before Christmas Rumble. You might see some shenanigans happen on that front. I'm excited to find out. Without further ado, though, we got something to take care of real quick, and that would be, will Big Time Plush or will Jacob cash in Chaos? Keep in mind, Jacob gets 2 spins because there are 2 champions, co-champions. Let's give that first spin for Jacob right here, right now. First, we see on, I guess, let's say Tsubasa. It doesn't matter because Chaos is definitely reigning tonight. Chat, Live chat, first of all, how are you doing on this fantastic Thursday in the year of the Resolve? You know, now officially, that the championship will be unified unless there's another tie. That being said, will it be a winner take all? Will the tag team titles also be on the line? Big Time Plush, Melody, Rona, spin your wheel. Will it be winner take all? It will not, but just narrowly. However, that does still mean Jacob Baker has made his shot. And that means the winner of this match will become, or will retain, the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Championship. They've avoided chaos all season, but in the free-for-all, everyone's got an opportunity to unify those titles. Momo, Tsubasa, best of luck to you because your championships are on the line today. Let's get it on. Championships on the line. Anybody can win this one, keep in mind. Still, we have spots to be earned to get to those finales. Teams are still going to want to work together in that regard, but keep in mind, they might still want to say, hey, this is all about me. It's my time to shine. It's my time to be. So, without further ado, hey, let me know who you got. First, second, and third, because this will be looking more like a singles game since that singles championship is on the line. Live chat. Ooh, pardon me. Live chat, who do you got? Who do you got? Because I will be looking to see who I want as my OC singles champion. If I scroll around here, I gotta go for Armin for first. That's my guy from Learn to Fly. We teamed up earlier this season, and Felix joined our team. I gotta give it to Armin. I gotta give him for first. Even though they don't need it, they're already in the finale. But you know, Armin holding that championship would be nice. For second, I'm gonna take Pinto the Dream Cat, who doesn't have the best of luck. But you know what? Maybe it'll all turn around today. And for third, I'm going to take Abigail. Abigail Proctor. Abby has had some good old luck in the past. Hopefully, we'll have some good old luck in the now. But I don't want to dilly and dally. I don't want to belabor this because I'm recording all of these things. Not very far in advance for this because it's just a couple days in advance. That being said, we got to make sure that this episode gets ready and gets produced because I'm out of town this weekend again. This time for a bachelor party, so I'm gonna have a good time. Regardless, so I made my picks. Live chat, I hope you guys have made yours in the live chat. If you're in the comments, hey, you can make the comments down there too. Make your picks down there. People do that all the time. It's how we go and check things because it's a fantastic time in the comments. And if you have made it this far before the episode starts, make sure to leave a like on the video because I realized that actually reminding you guys to leave a like makes the likes go up. And that is not astounding, but it's something I should be doing. So go ahead and hit that like button, please and thank you. Let's fight the algorithm and let's get this show on the road, shall we? And you know exactly how we must go and do that. You know how we must go and proceed with that, yes? Well, you know, that is to... Oh! It's a case. Perhaps it's even one of 26 cases. Now I look at this case and I have to wonder what's inside. Now, I could just throw this case to the side and we could resimulate 5 times, or you could say no deal, and we can open this case and find out just how many times we're resimulating. And so, I asked you live chat, I asked you comments, deal or no deal? It doesn't matter, this is not an interactive video, I'm gonna open the case, regardless. About to find out how many times we were simulating was in this case. In terms of your case, you made... Well, actually, it's Pablo, so you made a great deal, I think. Hey, get in here, Pablo. You love to see him, my guy. How many times were you simulating, Pablo? Give him good toss. Give him one more good toss for the people. Ah? A whole 6. 6 times we're about to see go on. So, without further ado, we were simulating a whole 6 for the OC Championship, not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, but for every single OC submitted this season, for every single OC competing against all the other creations, for the opportunity, for the spotlight, we resimulate 6 times. Are you ready? I sure hope so. Because if you're not, oh well, we have a show to get on the road. We got a whole bunch of competitors, and just one thing is about to go down. As we proceed, we see the tributes on their podiums, the horns all sounding, and me screaming to the heavens above. Sound the horns. Thank you, horn bearers. We got ourselves a free-for-all to go through. As Kiyoshi starts this off by finding a talking Komodo dragon, apparently it's Nathan. Asner's placed a curse on him, and the only way to find out, or for this curse to be broken, is for Kiyoshi to kiss him. Kiyoshi reluctantly obliges, kissing Nathan, turning him back to normal. Amber spears Pi in the abdomen. I do believe that is an actual spear instead of a spear tackle. That is very death. Panth kills Armin as he tries to run. That is a very Jinx kill. That is whoops. Romaz finds a turtle into the cornucopia immediately. Brings it along for the whole game. Cherry gets down on one knee and proposes to Pearl. Pearl accepts, and the two happily skip away from the cornucopia. You know what? At least it's not Dottore. Felix runs away from the cornucopia. Jags grabs a machete. Rose cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Michi runs away from the cornucopia. Margaret cozies up to Arrow and Kai are looking for allies. Murasaki and Midori fight for a bag. Midori gives up and retreats. Izzy finds a torn photo of Abigail within her pocket, the word daddy scribbled on the back. Skyland spots his most prized possession hidden amongst the supplies. He goes to grab it, but Tiger reaches it first. Rion runs away from the cornucopia. Pinto bashes Ray's head against a rock several times. Ray does not have the best of luck, but Kitamura is still in. Tsuchiki and Yazid make a secret pact to work together. Mel argues with Monokuma. Cassia runs away from the cornucopia. Akira finds JFJ's corpse from a previous game. JFJ isn't shocked by this discovery. Once again, always the champ maker, never the champ, but he's got an opportunity today. Will he come through? Evelyn runs away from the cornucopia. Kara and Tsubasa agree to kill each other last. Tsubasa saying, hey, maybe we can both survive this thing. Iris grabs Jason by the leg and smashes him against the ground repeatedly. By the time she finishes, Jason has been completely pulverized. Takuto rather just didn't show up. Said, nope, I'm good. Lin Fu picks up a journal deposited directly into her soul. Oh my gosh. Heather tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake, that she's not supposed to be here. David runs away from the cornucopia. Rona repeatedly stabs Ringo to death with size. Rest in peace to Ringo. Maintenance runs away from the cornucopia. Jacob runs away as well. Johnny and Shimako immediately become friends, actually. Agus finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Helsing just didn't show up either. Yumiko refuses to fall into despair. Linus runs away with a ladder and some rope. Aaliyah grabs as many weapons as humanly possible. Sora sets off an explosive, taking out Hana and DJ. Rest in peace. Momo finds a huge rocket launcher. Huge, I say. Kitamura kills Golden with a hatchet. Rest in peace to Golden. Hiriko runs away from the cornucopia. Squid, not Squad. Definitely not the Squad. Squid, however, runs away from the cornucopia. Poison pushes Marco off a cliff during a knife fight. Daruma takes a running start. Superman punches Mizuki, sending them flying across the arena. Rest in peace also to Marco. Midori runs away from the cornucopia. Hazel and Legault also run away, but Kiku can't remember who they are. Savonos tries to help her remember. We've lost a few so far, but we must continue as Shimako is stronger than she appears. And Rona gets a hold of my soundboard and wants things to be a little bit more chaotic, so says, hey, I do believe it's a little time for a little bike theme. I said that's a good idea. As Akira smacks the taste out of Kyra's mouth, Daruma confesses how much she has come to hate Evelyn. Evelyn runs away crying. The champion is saddened by that revelation. David tells Mel that he is a cardboard clone of David created by Avi. It happens to the best of us. Poison is working for both Avi's and Yoko's because she's in extreme debt. Squid's hat matches very well with his giant robot. Heather advertises her Fongon to Hazel. Hazel is impressed, checks it out. Yazid commits Sora. Agus is drenched in honey. Sticky. I still have war flashbacks to the honey, you guys. I still have war flashbacks. Oh man, it was sticky. Oh. Anywho, Kiyoshi puts all their faith into Atua. Kara breaks down and starts weeping for unknown reasons. Kiku tries to console him. Aaliyah investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Romaz and Maintenance awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe. Pearl asks Avi if she can be in the World Pancake Championship match. I say, hey, you know what? As a gift for your honeymoon, I would say yes if I could find the thing. Where did I put it? It couldn't have gone too far. Oh my gosh, it actually went too far. I think I moved it when I was going to get this jacket. Oh man. Hold on, let me get up and... I got it. As I was saying... Yeah, that's alright, I'll put you in there real quick. Alright, I'm going Pearl for your... That's a wedding gift right there. Good on ya. Amber thinks that everyone's the mastermind. Abigail, Sora, Iris, and Sylvanos play cards. Tsuchiki receives pancakes from Avi. Linfu and Cherry want to raise the bar. In fact, they are the bar. Rating pistol rates. Skyland 42 points. Got that. Kitamura doesn't believe in palindromes. Margaret sells a cult. Hiriko, Johnny, Midori, and Mizuki happily join. JFJ sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. Murasaki's thinking how best to counter Avi's ginseng. Pan sets up an ice cream shack. Pinto comes and buys some. It was delicious, but not nutritious. Tigra, Linus to make a list of chores for Jags fan to compete. Michi starts planting seedlings in her garden. I guess it's about the right time for like late autumn / winter growth. Nathan wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. Momo throws some sand in the eyes of Jacob, causing him to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. You would think that his glasses would block it, but who knows? Yumiko asks Arrow if everything is okay. Izzy throws sand in the eyes of Felix, and Felix runs off. I'm sorry, Izzy runs off. Felix is wiping his eyes. Rion fills a water gun with holy water, fires at Legault, getting him wet. Rose goes hunting. Midori starts writing a novel. Will she ever finish it? And Kazuya tells a frustrated Tsubasa to chill. You gotta chill out. We didn't lose that many. 11. It's it's not a huge game, but it's still a pretty big game. And more importantly, it is not a terrible turnabout, but the saddest of all moments for Pai, Armin, Ray, Jason, Takuto, Ringo, Helsing, Hana, DJ, Golden, Marco. To get everybody's statuses real quick, we have 57 alive. That is definitely right. I was gonna say we still have a pretty decent sized game left. We'll I guess go through everybody left once we're sub 40. For right now, we'll do a slow scroll. Most picks still alive, unless you picked with me and said Armin, in which case... Hey boy! Whoops! There's our slow scroll. I think all of our champions are still in, most notably Momo and Tsubasa. No new champ alert yet. But the beat does go on. And with it, we go on as well. We proceed and we see night 1 as Squid, JFJ, and Daruma are having a scrum debate with Pearl, Midori, and Amber over what is better, Avi's wares and despairs or Yoko's items of misfortunes. The answer is obvious here. Yumiko has no more motivation. Abigail does a quick prayer to Atua before going to sleep. Mel finds an etch-a-sketch shows Sora the portrait she made for Kyra. Mel was cheating on Sora with Kyra all along? How could you? Mizuki, Hiriko, and Legault find the Triforce. They each take a piece for themselves, rather. Mizuki, Triforce of Courage. Hiriko, the Triforce of Wisdom. Legault, the Triforce of Power. Rion and Kara settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Hazel introduces Panth and Tsuchiki to their imaginary friend. Nobody's there. Johnny gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the secret achievement music. Well, I do still love this music. doom 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 doom. He is all that remains of a once powerful nation. Showtime. Right now, you're on the verge of an incredible adventure. Showtime. And then, all right, I'm done. Yeah, I don't know if those are the right words either. I used to know those two lines, but I don't know. Yazid and Skyland steal weapons from Momo's camp while she's asleep. I really love the Monocubs theme. It's one of my favorite. Just off kilter. I'm like, I don't love that the Monocubs just showed up, but man, am I happy to hear their theme. David berates Agus for not protecting my brother. Izzy has the whole world in her hands. Akira goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out, so it was she who let the dogs out. I knew it all along. Michi attempts to find all the lore on Slugmaface. Kiku and Shimaku have a tea party while reaching for the kettle. Kiku knocks it over, spilling imaginary boiling water on Shimaku's lap. It burns like the real thing though. Ghostly howls of wolves with Margaret. Maintenance acts cute. Aww. Okay. Okay. Jacob, feeling especially kind of night, gives Nathan a muffin. Kitamura finds a dark David, befriends it, and sticks it on Tiger, killing her. Rest in peace. Rose reminisces about the year of the Aviator. Murasaki receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Cassie and Evelyn starts prepping for Spooky Month by doing the spooky dance. Jags and Pinto want cool names similar to Ophelia Dusk and Odin Dark. Pinto the Dream Cat is honestly a pretty cool name. I don't know, I feel like Jags fan. I don't know, Infinite Jags. I feel like there's a better word that could probably relate more to football, regardless. Thinking quickly, Sylvanos creates a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. There's another scrum debate over Avi's wares and despairs. Romas, Kiyoshi, Cherry, Linus, Linfu, and Poison are all arguing instead. Arrow dresses up as Tsubasa, breaks out in Cosbox. Tsubasa laughs. Rona burns down Avi's wares and despairs, swears it was an accident, but Felix says he saw Rona burn down the whole thing. Even though Felix is a part of my team, Learn to Fly, I'm gonna let it slide because I love big time plush. Midori has a dream of Heather winning. Is this a premonition or something? Aaliyah finds a big red button, presses it immediately as if she had a death wish. Much to her disappointment, the button does nothing, and Iris walks across a carpet of Legos, going against all logic and reason. She powers through the pain and reaches the other side. I'm not sure if we had many, if any, deaths today. We might have had a deathless day. Interesting. Day 2, Maintenance and Akira track down and chill with Iris. Momo reaches her hand towards the screen. The Watcher isn't safe. Run. Amber glares at Jags and says, do you want to die? Jags fan runs away. Tsubasa works for Avi's and is sick and tired of so many people defecting Yoko, so he burns it down. Luckily, Sylvanos, who works there, bought insurance last week. Tsubasa screams in agony. Margaret isn't crying, she's sweating from her eyes. Kitamura's unknown sponsor is Sayaka. Avi's not gonna like that. Mel forces Daruma to kill Arrow or Mizuki. She decides to kill Arrow. Rest in peace, Shimako was being a clown. JFJ, Rose, and Legault receive report cards for their performances game. Rose gets an A, JFJ gets a C, and Legault gets a big fat F. He got a piece of the Triforce. I feel like that's wrong. Midori plants flowers around his campsite. Cherry advertises her fan gone to Rion. Rion is impressed and checks it out. Evelyn has Drip Squid as the director of Drip. Felix stomps all over Murasaki's garden. A now enraged Murasaki murders him with a hoe and buries him in the garden. Maybe I should have believed him. Togami berates Kiyoshi for hours. Togami and Kiyoshi may have grown closer that day. Heather and Michi build a shelter together. Both of them have conflicting ideas on the interior design. Abigail and Romaz insult each other relentlessly after getting into a bloody fight. Pearl finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Nathan finds in Pinto. Midori kills Kyra, then revives her as an undead minion. Cassia receives a gift from a secret admirer, a giant stuffed bear. Skyline asks for my soundboard. I granted, and you know what? He has an epic dance party with Johnny, Hazel, Kara, Yumiko. I wonder what music my janitor likes. AV on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Sora? Two. I don't really. That's a silly. That's pretty silly, to be honest. Jacob is making David angry. Jacob's not gonna like David when he's angry. This feels canon. Yazid attempts a cool skateboard trick to amuse Hiriko. Hiriko hates the attempt so much that she kills Yazid with his own skateboard. Dang. Poison buys AV merchandise from AV's Wares and Despairs. Kiku, Izzy, and Lin Fu start fighting, but Izzy runs away as Kiku kills Lin Fu. Yikes. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself. You know what? Yeah, we might as well. Where's the... to here, to the 10? Yeah. We ain't do this in a minute. Because it did. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon her wrist with secrets that it hid. Now they've got superpowers. They're no ordinary kid. That's Panth 10. There they are as Aaliyah tracks down and kills Linus. Agus breaks the fourth wall and compliments you indeed, you, dear viewer, in particular, for your taste in old cartoons. I'll tell you what. And Rona decides to lend me a hand and kills Komodo Dragon that suits in the arena. That's why I let you off the hook, Rona. I believed in you, just like I believe in Joe Hendry. We only lost 6 today. That brings us down to, I think, 40. I'm sorry, it might be 51. I think we might have still had 57 left, which means it's the saddest of all moments for Tigra, Arrow, Felix, Yazid, Lin Fu, Linus. It was pretty good. Admittedly, I was talking about my apple cider. It was delicious. Oh, I clicked proceed. I was gonna go back to Fallen Tributes, but apparently my mouse, for the first time in a long time, went down a little bit too low. This is everybody who's left. We gonna go real quick to the next round because, I mean, you know, I had already clicked it. Kiku throws a Molotov at Nathan after the fire dissipates. Kiku's perfectly okay somehow. Jags fan's in the house. It's a party every week, baby. JFJ decides to burn down the house, incinerating Jags fans. That's unfortunate. Yumiko, rest in peace to Jags. Repeatedly stabs Rona to death with size, dang. Also unfortunate. Shimako threatens Hiriko and Fu in Japanese. Sora hugs Margaret, but Margaret doesn't like it and kills her. Alright, we started off very violent today. Michi's in the house. Luckily, nobody set it on fire. Murasaki and Jacob settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Agus poisons Johnny's drink. He drinks it and dies. Avi thinks that Amber is from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Are you not? Kyoshi throws Squid off of a cliff. Yeet. And then he does the same thing to Romaz. Yeet. And Sylvanos, yeet, and Poison, yeet, and Rose, yeet. That's a lot. Goodness gracious, rest in peace. Oh no. Oh my goodness gracious. Panther and Iris become best friends after bonding over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. Akira somehow transports herself to the elusive 13th month, September. However, this ends up being the end of them as the gods do not recognize September as real. Momo hits Pinto with some sweet chin music, bam, yeah. Poor cat. Mizuki ain't afraid of no ghost. Cassia fire bends Aaliyah out of his existence, rather. Heather attempts to find all the lore on Slugma Face. Abigail grabs a dumbbell, starts working out after repeatedly losing in chess, to Kyra in chess, rather. Mel throws the game board into the campfire. Midori dyes her purple. I think if you just dyed that pink part purple, that would also be a good look, to be honest. Izzy bashes Cherry's head in with a mace. Rest in peace. Druma, Maintenance, and Kitamura play a game of Monopoly. Duruma, not Duramara. Loses all of her properties and flips the game board over. Rion buys every version of AV's Uno. From AV's Wares and Despairs, Kara goes to the Love Hotel with Skyland. Pearl gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Samurai Woman. The finale, the championship episode version? Well, it is kind of a banger, so I suppose I'll allow it. Hazel fiercely shakes up a can of soda before popping the tab, blasting Midori in the face with a stream of sticky soda. Legault, stop being selfish, as Tsubasa starts a dance party. David, Tsuchiki, and Evelyn join in. A good time was had by all, but the next round may not prove to be a good time for any, because all of these tributes are standing and they're fighting. knowing that the singles championship is on the line. It may not be your final 10, but it is a samurai woman. Let's proceed to that next round. We see day 3 beginning with Michi planning more. Michi's been on a gardening kick recently. Pearl sees a completely pale Amber wash ashore unmoving. Pearl revives her with CPR but doesn't stop when Amber regains consciousness. I guess, you know what? The person who you proposed to is dead, so you're moving on. Mizuki Bebe. Agus wakes up, has pancakes for breakfast immediately, earns entry into the World Pancake Championship. Invitational Agus. The best of luck to you, as that episode is now filling up. I might as well grab that again because Kiku does the exact same thing 2 events later. Oh, see Kiku. But JFJ attempts to massage Margaret's shoulder, but actually ends up strangling her instead. Going to give the money back for that massage. Pinto suddenly exclaims, not the Komodos for every reason in particular. Shimako dyes her hair gold. Honestly, as a blonde, but still with the pink kind of striped highlight on that piece of hair, might not look bad. Listen here, Car does not like Panth. He's gonna bark at them now. Kitamura cleans his kitchen with a new kitchen gun. Cassie receives a gift from a secret admirers, a giant stuffed bear. Hiriko and Kiyoshi make a list of chores for Momo to complete. Izzy confesses her love to Skyline. Skyline says, cool, see ya, homie, and leaves. Nathan is stronger than it appears. David, Rion, Iris, Tsuchiki, Mel, and Midori play a round of Russian roulette. Tsuchiki wins. We haven't seen the Russian roulette event in a long time. Tsuchiki. Good on you. Midori severely injures Jacob, puts him out of his misery. Legault finds a bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Wait, this is the wrong simulator. Ah, well, why not? Heather's confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Yumiko finds the right half of Maintenance's body. Ah, the left half is in cold storage. Murasaki steps on a Lego brick wall barefoot but shrugs off the pain. Hazel signs a petition to change American Yeetball to soccer. Akira Bebe. Evelyn joins the Mistletoe Warriors. I respect that and appreciate that. Abigail drinks cactus juice and starts to hallucinate, and Daruma kills Tsubasa as he tries to run. Now keep in mind, that's not a new champ alert yet. We will proceed. We've lost 21 that round. I was gonna say that round felt a little wilder. I think we're in our 20s now because I think we were 51 before, so we might be right at 30, actually. After this, saddest of all moments for Jags fan, Rona, Sora, Johnny, Squid, Romaz, Sylvanos, Poison, Rose, Akira, Aaliyah, Cherry, Margaret, David, Rion, Iris, Mel, Midori, Jacob, Maintenance, Tsubasa. I believe we're at your final 30. We can do a little discount double check. There are indeed 30 competitors alive. We have Amber, Agus, Caslia, Daruma. We have Hazel, Kiyoshi. We have Mizuki, Nathan, Pinto, Panth, JFJ, Heather, Murasaki, Kyra, and Momo the champion. In terms of our teams, we have Lead the Congregation. Let me look at the teams real quick. Because Lead the Congregation needs a spot. Dance Dance of the Flames do not. Abracadabra do not. Break a Leg do need a spot. And they're both in, so good for them. Sherlock and Watson, I believe, need a spot. Yes. Justice for Dolls needs a spot. Sherwood Forest stole their spot in the second episode of Tag Team Oshi Action. It was pretty dope, good for them. They don't need a spot, but hey, they might be coming for gold. Designer Jersey, I believe, needs a spot as well. And the Chop Artists don't need a spot. There's a lot of tag team competitors who need a spot. In terms of singles, Amber needs a spot, Agus needs a spot. Oops, I got an alarm going off. Let's see. Caslia, I do believe, does not need a spot. Hazel does not need a spot. Kiyoshi does need a spot. No, does not need a spot. Let me see. we'll continue. I mean, we'll start playing the proceed music because we're about to continue. Nathan doesn't need a spot. Pinto needs a spot. Mizuki needs a spot. Yes, that is correct. Panth does indeed also need a spot. JFJ doesn't need a spot. Good for him. Heather does need a spot. Murasaki doesn't need a spot. Kyra doesn't. Yumiko doesn't. And Momo does not either. That is an interesting combination. If Jacob had not cashed in Chaos, he would automatically be in there, but he already is in the finale, so I think he was like, alright, now I can cash in Chaos. So maybe he was playing smart. Let's continue. It is night 3 as Evelyn dyes her hair orange as a ginger? Y'all know I love... let me stop. Hazel is sick and tired of playing nice and turns heel. Oh, here it goes. Panth, Legault, and Shimako tell each other their pet peeves. Amber, who works at Yoko's Items of Misfortunes, is sick and tired of people from Avies burning it down, so she burns down Avies' wares and despairs. Unfortunately, this puts her on the squad's radar, and... bang! She's out of here. That being said, Momo gets a hold of the soundboard and plays something absolutely... glorious. Glorious! Absolutely, positively glorious. So that being said, Murasaki opens up a rival establishment to the Waffle House called the Pancake House. That is Murasaki. I hope you get the championship again. Kitamura unknowingly eats toxic berries. Midori panics and tries to cure Kitamura and succeeds. JFJ gets a hold. Hiriko gets hold of my soundboard. A cacophony of music plays out as JFJ is beaten to death with it. You know what that means? Hiriko's winning that championship. JFJ is always a champ maker. You better believe she's winning. In the dead of night, Agus ducks and dodges the laser defense system and escapes James Bond style. Impressive, but still disqualified. Mizuki throws a party at their shelter and invites Yumiko, Heather, and Michi. The party turns sour, then they all start to argue over what should be blasted into the speakers. Kyra battles Izzy in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Kyra loses, has a sad feeling in her chest. Kiyoshi finds a big red button, presses it immediately, it doesn't do a thing. Good. Good. Nathan thinks he's the protagonist. In actuality, Pearl's the protagonist, and Nathan is the quirky comic relief character. Cassia dies of dysentery, rest in peace. Anyone else's hands a microphone is a microphone. In Kyra's hands, it's a pipe bomb. Daruma exploits Abigail's kindness, has her do various humiliating tasks for her. Avi thinks Tsuchiki is from Pokemon Sword and Shield. He is! He's in one of those shops in that one city. The first town, not the first town, the main hub town. That's the one. Kiku makes a banquet for Pinto and Skyland. The food is terrible. In an act of rage, Pinto uses his God of Destruction abilities to erase Kiku from existence. Well, I guess that's the powers of a dream cat. Day 4, Tsuchiki punches Daruma off a cliff, screaming, "Punch Club forever!" to the heavens. Panth sees a completely pale Pearl washed ashore, unmoving, revives her with CPR. Kiyoshi. Pearl's been doing so much kissing. Hangs up mistletoe. Yumiko swoops in, snaps his arm, burns the mistletoe. Kara wants a nickname similar to sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah, here to save ya. Kara finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on. Abigail wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. Izzy finds a violin, begins to play it horribly, much to Skyline's frustration. Nathan sees completely pale Midori, washed ashore, unmoving, revives her with CPR. And Kitamura, Hazel, Evelyn could have a scrum debate with Hiriko, Murasaki, and Heather. They argue which is better, boneless wings or bone-in wings. It's boneless. Y'all, it's less work. Look, I know some of you are like, but you know, you cook them, it's just a borderline tender. I'll be real. I think I prefer tenders more than I prefer bone-in wings. Just give me a fork, and then they're less messy. I could just stick a fork in. Look, y'all, I'm gonna be real. I take the bone out. Mizuki, Michi, and Legault have a scrum debate with Momo, Pinto, and Shimako over who is a bigger threat, Tokiko or Dottore. Well, one of them is gone. So Dottore. We lost 6. Very quick, as we get to a standard-sized game, actually. Claire Day's terrible, saddest of all moments 4. Amber, JFJ, Agus, Caslia, Kiku, Daruma. And that is all she wrote. We'll see everybody's status. This is your final 24. Hazel, Kiyoshi, Pinto, Nathan, Mizuki, and Panth, and Heather, and Murasaki, and Kyra, and Momo, and Kara. I'm sorry, not Kara. All of the previous people I just said, besides Kara, remaining for singles action. Kara starting off tag team action with all of Abracadabra, Break a Leg, all of them. Sherlock and Watson, all of them. Justice for Dolls, Kitamura, Sherwood Forest, completely in. Designer Jersey still has Shimako. Chop Artist still have the tag team champion Evelyn, but their titles aren't on the line today. Because Big Time Plush said no, and they are out, so that was probably a wise decision. We will, however, proceed. Standard size game. We are looking at everybody in terms of teams as well, but keep in mind the singles championship is on the line. Momo says, I'm here to unify the championships under one champion, me. Will she be able to do it? Evelyn, there was a party at her shelter. Kiyoshi, Hazel, Murasaki all argue over what should be blasting through the speakers. Yumiko and Kaira settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors, thinking quickly. Panth also constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Hiriko stands outside of Heather's camp with a candy pail. Heather gives Hiriko a knife to the chest. Momo loves, also poor Hiriko. Momo loves Kaira as much as Maki loves Kaito. Oh, look at that. Adorable. Abigail steals Izzy's first kiss. Michi turns out to be a clone, and Midori was the original Michi all along. Nathan disowns Lagult for being a disgrace to the family. Tsuchiki, Pearl, and Mizuki enter a scrum debate with Pinto, Shimako, and Kitamura. They argue over what will be happening first. Knives becoming a threat or stopping a threat. Well, that's interesting. Skyland finds a special charm rather, that allows him to transform into a magical girl. Now it's time to start fighting some evildoers. As I'll tell you what, that magical girl outfit has drip. Lagult uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Michi, which shockingly works. Michi's literally dumbfounded. Heather severely slices Midori with a sword. Evelyn, Panth, and Nathan hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. Well, you know what? I show up. I like these three. I don't care though, and I didn't ask. Plus ratio. A Monokuma unit corners and mauls Kitamura. Rest in peace to Kitamura. Hazel forces Izzy to kill Abigail or Yumiko. She decided to kill Hazel. Oh my gosh, the turnaround. Kiyoshi probably places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. A Radiant Pistol rates Kyra 13 points. Pinto, Momo, Tsuchiki play cards. Shimako asked Avi if she can be in the World Pancake Championship match. Hey. No? Mizuki finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. And Kaira shows Murasaki his murder list. On the top is Murasaki's name, and it's in bold too. We proceed to... Oh boy! Well, we might be closer than we thought because... this is a surprise, but maybe not a big... It might be the last surprise for some people, because after opening a strange device, a strange app rather, on their phone, the tributes are transported to some mysterious red and black realm. Is this the metaverse? Heather, Tsuchiki, Yumiko, and Murasaki perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Pinto, Shimako, Panth, and Kyra attack a shadow with mysterious rattling chains. They do not survive. Abigail steals various valuables from the palace, so does Kiyoshi, as Evelyn tries to find the boss of the palace but is not powerful enough to survive, taking that information to a grave. Nathan, Pearl, Izzy, and Mizuki say it's time to unify these championships, and you will not be the one unifying them. They perform an all-out attack on Momo, obliterating her because now it is a new champ alert. That my mind is too fast for eyes. Surprise. Kara drives around in a car collecting flowers. Passes by Lagult. Kara waves and says, "Good job!" As Skyline and Michi theorize about just whose palace this is, we proceed yet again. We lost another 10. That brings us down to, I believe, a solid 14 after this. Terrible, saddest of all moments. 4. Hiriko, Midori, Kitamura, Hazel, Pinto, Shimako, Panth, Kyra, Evelyn, Momo. Speaking of everybody's statuses real quick, we are down to your final 14. Final 14, and I do want to check out the brackets real quick. Because we know Kiyoshi's in, we know Nathan is in, we don't, Mizuki is not in. We know Murasaki's in. Now keep in mind, Yumiko is in, so it's a battle, I believe, at this point between Heather Sutherland and Mizuki Ongaku. One of them will be going on to the finale, but who will it be between the two? I guess we'll find out shortly. In terms of tag team action, though, that's where things get a little bit spicier because we have a couple of teams who are not in. Lead the Congregation, they are not in. Abracadabra are, Break a Leg are not, and they're completely in still. Let me see. Sherlock and Watson, they still need their spot. Sherwood Forest, however, I think are the only team outside of Abracadabra that are left that have a spot. So it's a three-way battle between Kara, Izzy, and all of Break a Leg. That is what we're looking at right now. However, it's not saving grace picks yet because we still have 14 competitors left. That is indeed the truth. 4 more into your saving grace picks, but keep in mind, I have a gut feeling that we are probably about to see a little something we call the feast. We might be skipping Samurai Woman, but hey, we heard it earlier, so you know what? I think that's gonna be fine. As Skyland kills Kiyoshi with his own weapon, Kara, Tsuchiki, Heather look for more people to become friends with. Abigail is captured by the repairman and is never heard from again. Oh, when things break, things shatter. Yumiko finds a leather bikini and puts on is quite revealing. This awakens something inside of Michi. Legault attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Rest in peace. Mizuki and Nathan take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Pearl dyes her purple. The ghostly howls of Izzy. The ghostly howls of wolves, or rather, wake up Izzy, and Murasaki finds a big red button, pressed it immediately as she was drawn to the glowing light. Fortunately, the button doesn't do a thing as we proceed again, and as I thought, it is the feast, and the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes families. And as Izzy decides not to go to the feast, Skyland sets on his explosive, taking out Heather and taking Heather out of the championship match, which means officially Mizuki will be going on to that fight. Will Mizuki go on as champion? I'm not sure. Murasaki gathers as much food as she can before running off, fleeing. Fair enough. Kara, Mizuki, and Michi comfort each other and grab what they need to slowly avoid conflict. Yumiko decides not to attend the feast. Nathan shoots a poison dart into Tsuchiki's neck, slowly killing him. He had a bit of a run today too, Tsuchiki. And Pearl decides not to go to the feast. We will proceed again. It is day 6 as Togami berates Mizuki for hours. Mizuki thinks they've gotten closer, and Togami, they're homie. Let me see. Pearl is still alive. Nathan asks Avi if he can be in the World Pancake Championship match. Avi says no. The rating pistol rates Izzy 13 points. Michi can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. That's not a whatever. A Monokuma unit corners Yumiko and mauls her. Kara and Skyland awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Murasaki? 1. That's the lowest amount I can give. A 1. We don't hate Murasaki out here. We will proceed though, because with those 6 gone, we are down to your final 8. We will hear Samurai Woman, and we will see who walks out as the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC champion after this saddest of all moments for Kiyoshi, Abigail, Legault, Heather, Tsuchiki. As we see everybody's statuses, this is your final 8. An interesting final 8 as well, as we're peaking. Because I want to keep in mind that even in this battle between the final 8, there's a heated battle between 3 teams who want to get on to the, actually, 4 teams. Michi's still in. Michi is so close to, like, the black and white color that I did not see that Michi was alive, and I will admit, Monster Mash needs to get into the tag team bracket too. So between Kara, Michi, Skyland, Pearl, and Izzy, all of them are fighting for a spot, and I think that is so intense. I can't believe it's come down to that. On the single side, everything is very nice and clean. Mizuki's going on. Nathan and Murasaki are wanting to prove themselves and win the championship. Murasaki wants to do it all over again. That being said, it's time for you to make some new picks. Y'all know what it is. I know what it is. It is your saving grace picks. And as I talk to you, let me talk to you. We have Nathan. Nathan, once known as the Champ Slayer, wants to become the champion today. Mizuki, who, I'll tell you what, they are in their very first season. They want to come through, take the W this day. On this day, will we see clearly not only earning an opportunity to be in the championship match, but may also be in the championship, may walk in as the champion. We'll go into the finale officially, but could walk into the finale as champion. Will it happen? We'll see. Murasaki. That's a Hall of Famer. You never count out Murasaki. In fact, if you need to make your bets, that's a safe bet. You're in the final 8. Murasaki's there. Oh, you better be worried. Kara has been holding on for Ringo, as Ringo was one of the first folks out, still holding on to the hope that at the very least he can outlast Break a Leg, Monster Mash, and Sherlock and Watson. Will that happen? I'm unsure, because all of Break a Leg are still in. Keep in mind, Skyland has some real bad luck. It's a part of his talent. But Pearl has been... We had bad luck and bad love, because Pearl's been all over the place today, and that has been hilarious. But you know what? Maybe Pearl is just, you know, flirting her way to the championship, or at least flirting her way to getting the W, and if it works, hey, good on you. Michi has been quiet this game, been trying to come through, but I think he's just been gardening this game, actually. Michi's been tending to their garden, which is also kind of funny. And Izzy's out here doing work, knows exactly what it's gonna take. Will Izzy be able to come through, become champion, or at the very least, send her team with Midori, Sherlock, and Watson to the finale? We'll find out. Make your picks first, second, third, right now in the live chat, in the comments. And if you were here, and you were still this far, and you have not liked the video, and, you know, the added bonus, if you haven't hit that red or gray or whatever, YouTube is gonna make whatever it looks like. I don't know, it might be a quadrilateral at this point. It's a subscribe button. You should probably hit it just in case they change it. Just in case they change it, you want to hit it while it's right. Let me make my picks real quick. For first, I'm gonna pick Murasaki because, admittedly, you would be unwise to not pick Murasaki higher up somewhere in these final 8s. For second, I'm gonna take, I guess I'm gonna take Pearl. I almost want to take Pearl for first, but I'm gonna take Pearl for second, and I'm gonna take Nathan for third. Champ Slayer almost slaying the champ. That's who I got for first, second, third. You guys know what's going on. Live chat, y'all know what's going on. Comments, y'all know what's going on. It's time to end this. If you haven't made your picks, you better make them now, because the OC title is about to be crowned. Nathan, Mizuki, Murasaki, Kara, Pearl, Skyland, Michi, Izzy. Teams from both singles and tag team action will fight for that OC championship tonight. They stand tall, they stand proud, with their hearts beating the same pulse, the same sync, and the same fate as a samurai woman. Final 8. Let's see how it all plays out. Who walks out as champion? Let's do it. As we go on, ooh boy! Mizuki, Michi, Pearl intro scrum debate with Kara, Skyland, and Murasaki there over who the best boy in Fire Emblem is. That is a very tough question. I would have to sit down and think about it, to be honest. Best boy. Raphael from Three Houses. Don't have me. Izzy gets a hold of AV's soundboard. A cacophony of music plays out as Nathan is beaten to death with it, and from 8 we go to 7, and from 7 we go to, at the very least, 6 as Mizuki places a bomb next to the river to explode some fish. Pearl finds the left half of Izzy's body. Murasaki slams Skyland through a table, and listen, Michi does not like Kara. She's gonna bark at him now. We are down to your final 6 of Mizuki, Pearl, Murasaki, Skyland, Michi, and Kara as we proceed. No arena events, just a fallen 2 from 8 to 6, and a terrible turnabout for Nathan, Izzy. Or isn't she? We will go on. We see everybody's statuses. It is still your final 6. It is still Samurai Woman in that regard. Will we see a brand new competitor in Mizuki walk out as singles champion? Will we see a seasoned veteran in Murasaki hold the gold again? Will we see Kara, who's been trying to hold on for Ringo, outlast Break a Leg, who have been in this since the get-go together, both having bad luck and flirting their way to the top? Or will it be Monster Mash as Michi's just gardening out here? Will Michi grow a blue ribbon pumpkin, but also get a championship belt to go along with it? Final 6, let's see how it plays out. Next round, we proceed to see it start to come to an end. Pearl's obnoxious snoring renders Murasaki, Skyland, Mizuki unable to sleep. Kara unknowingly eats toxic berries, but in one of the rare instances, Michi panics, tries to cure Kara, but failed. Kara expires. Unfortunate. That brings us down to our final 5, though. Pearl, Murasaki, Skyland, Mizuki, and Michi. As we go on, we see Pearl pops a balloon just because they can, but didn't flirt with the Balloon Protection Squad and are murdered by them immediately. Murasaki declares their support for the squad. Yeah, Murasaki, yeah! However, this summons Pimp Kazuichi to stab Murasaki just like he did with Pablo. Dang, yeah, that did happen. Pablo got his revenge. Skyland, Michi, and Mizuki discuss the killing life so far. Now, I want to point out again that it is a battle right now between Skyland and Michi because both of their teams still need that spot. And Mizuki is the one who is guaranteed to go to singles action, so after this terrible turnabout for Kara, Pearl, Murasaki, we got ourselves a show, don't we? We have ourselves a little show. As we go on, we'll see everybody's statuses. Keep in mind, it is your final 3. Mizuki, it is Skyland, and it is Michi. Break a Leg and Monster Mash both need that spot. Are they going to be able to get it? Either one of them. I'm not sure. I mean, one of them is. That's for certain. Unless for some reason at the end, they're the final 2 and they tie. That is a possibility, I suppose. And then they would both get in. What a world that would be. And lastly, Mizuki, who already has her championship opportunity, could walk in as champion too. We're about to find if that happens because it is Mizuki, it is Skyland, it is Michi. They are your final 3, and in championship action, we called this being caught in a golden crisis of fate. Michi, Skyland, Mizuki. Who goes on to their respective finales as they all just spend the night making potions together? Will they spend the day doing so? No. Because Skyland comes so close but so far. As Mizuki goes nya-nya to annoy Skyland, Skyland stabs Mizuki in the chest. Wait, no, actually, hold on a minute. It's still Skyland and Michi. No, we don't know. We don't know who we don't know who goes on a tag team action yet. That's crazy. We proceed. It's as tense as it can get between these two teams, but we have one final terrible, well, not final terrible. Yeah, I guess it might be a final terrible turnabout actually for Mizuki. They are gone, but man, did they put up a fight. We'll be watching them in the Tag Team Championship episode, but now it is a battle between these two teams who have been, from the get-go, trying their darndest. Helsing, I don't even think showed up today, and Michi's been like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this all alone. Will Michi be able to do it all alone? Will it be Skyland? Will it be Michi? I don't know, but I can ask you just who. Will it be Break a Leg, Monster Mash? Skyland 8 from Break a Leg has been by his partner's side for almost the entire game, just lost Pearl 2 rounds ago. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Michi lost Helsing as he didn't even show up, I believe. So Michi's been alone the whole game and has made it to this point. Will Michi carry on for Monster Mash, or will Skyland win it for Break a Leg? So tell me, live chat. Do you have break a leg? Are you rooting Monster Mash? Who goes on to the tag team finale? And which one of them walks out as OC champion? I ask you once again, Skyland, Michi. Michi, Skyland. Both or neither? There is a world where it could be both. We're gonna proceed and we're gonna find out. We're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna embrace it all. We're gonna live in this moment together. Because walking out of this thing, two very, very loyal OCs to the game, Skyland, Michi. We see Michi tries to eat a turducken, but it's too much for her and dies from stomach pains. Man, and I think Michi's gotten this close before in the free-for-all. I feel like Michi has placed second in the free-for-all before. I don't know how true that is, but I think Michi has placed second in a free-for-all before. Man, either second or third, but hey. Michi, you had a great game. you did it all alone for pretty much the whole game, but in the end, not only was the turducken too much for her, your new champion was too much for her because you're winner. An OC we are all too familiar with. A former partner of JFJ, so if we want to continue saying always the champ maker, never the champ, we can continue from Break a Leg for his partner. They both go on to the tag team finale, but more importantly, Skyland does this not just for his team, but for himself, because now he is going on to the singles finale as well to defend a championship, because he is your new Danganronpa Hunger Games OC champion, cleaning up the rest of the field. Skyland 8 walks into finale season as OC champion. And that is all that she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again to Skyland 8. Yeah, you did it. What a phenomenal, spectacular moment for Skyland. 3 KOs, but more importantly, OC championship. Well done. Skyland 8, proud of him. Good lad, my janitor. Love to see it. And you know what deserves that championship? Any of these OCs would have deserved this championship, but it's been a good time, and it's been a long time, so I'm not going to belabor this too long. Because we started off this episode very slow in terms of kills, and then we had that arena event and that other day, and I was like, alright, well, we've sped right back up, didn't we? Skyland 8, congratulations to you. Michi at second place, unfortunately, does not earn a spot for Monster Mash, but hey, we will remember that performance. Break a Leg does, in fact, we can go and bring up the brackets real quick. Break a Leg in the tag team finale now, as Skyland holds on to that OC championship. But as we go to the OC singles bracket, we see Skyland with that OC championship has to defend it, but earning the spot this episode from actual singles action was Mizuki Ongaku. They came through for this one. Congratulations to Mizuki. And we're gonna make it happen, shall we? I think we shall. Michi had second place, Mizuki third, Murasaki, so close to another championship, Pearl. Break a Leg, they had a great game. They survived up until the final 5 together. One of them still came out on top. Kara 6th, Izzy 7th. I was gonna say the battle between Kara, Izzy, Michi, and Break a Leg, strong. But Break a Leg did end up coming through at the end. Nathan in 8th, Yumiko 9th, Tsuchiki 10th, and I just want to go through all the OCs one more time because I love them all. Heather was not really so close to outlasting Mizuki because Mizuki almost went all the way. Legault, Abigail, Kiyoshi, former champion now in Momo. Evelyn's gonna have to defend the tag team championships. Kyra, Panth, Shimako, Pinto, Hazel, Kitamura, Midori, Hiriko, Daruma, Kiku, Kaslia, Agus, JFJ, Amber, Tsubasa, no longer the champion. But you know what? Had a good time, had a moment at the start of the season. Maintenance, Jacob, Midori, Mel, Iris, Rion, other half of the tag team champions, David, Margaret, Cherry Berry, Aaliyah, Akira, Rose, Poison, Sylvanos, Roma, Squid, Johnny, Sora, Rona, Agent of Chaos will be in that tag team finale as well. Jags Fan, Linus, Lin Fu, Yazid, Felix, Arrow, Tigra, Marco, Golden, DJ, Hana, Helsing, Ringo, Takuto, Jason, Ray, Armin, and Pi. We almost had 69. Oh, you know what? I technically competed this season. Hunger Games AV technically competed this season. You know what that means? We technically had 69 OCs. Yeah. So I'm here for that. We will proceed yet again. Amber taking out Pi at the very start of this, but it all ended with a little turducken and one Skyland 8 winning the whole thing. His bad luck turned good. We had a lot of KOs. Izzy 7, Tsushiki 6, Kiyoshi 5, Nathan 5, Mizuki, Pearl 4, Skyland 3, Daruma 2, Heather, Hiriko, JFJ, Kitamura, Pinto, Sora 2, everyone else with 1 or none. Break a leg. It was their game. They broke a leg. Break a leg, they say it for good luck. And it apparently worked for the first time for Skyland. Best of luck to him in the finales. We'll see him both times. We'll go back to the reaping one more again. Congratulations yet again as we scroll down to Break a Leg. We will be back tomorrow with some fantastic action, Rumble action singles. You also have your fan votes open up tomorrow for singles action. It'll be a good time. Until then, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.